am the homeschooling Grammy, and it's confession time. That's right, you heard me right. Actually, this is a collaboration that's being hosted by Ingrid over at Mommy Mia Homeschool Chronicles, and there are 10 questions in my trusty little notebook right here that I am going to be answering, all pertaining to homeschool. So, if you're a homeschooler, you should stick around and check out what some of these questions are. Even if you're not a homeschooler, stick around. Maybe you'll learn something about me. Maybe I'll learn something about myself. So anyways, there is going to be a link to Mommy Mia Homeschool Chronicles channel in my description box, and there will also be a link to the playlist so that you can see all kinds of other homeschooling mamas that are taking part in this collaboration. So let's get started. Okay, so a little disclaimer, I hope that the lighting is okay. The sun feels really good on my head today, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, so question number 1. How many children do you homeschool and what are their ages? Well, this is my second generation of homeschooling. So this time around, I'm only homeschooling one child, my grandchild, and she is 7 years old. Okay, so on to question number 2. What is your homeschooling schedule? Example, regular schedule, year-round, blah, 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 blah. We're pretty much a year-round homeschooler. We do cut back a lot during the summer. Like we only do like a couple of days a week. And we did take a break while we were vacationing. So, we take breaks whenever, wherever we feel the need to. So, but we pretty much do something all year round. So on to question number 3. What is your homeschool philosophy or method? I'm eclectic through and through. I like a little bit of everything. So we pull from all over the place and we use whatever works for us. Okay, so on to question number 4. Do you think it is disruptive to your child's learning to change teaching style or curriculum? Absolutely not. And the reason I say it's not disruptive to them, because it could be your teaching style that is making homeschooling is difficult for them. It could be the curriculum that you're using that is making homeschooling difficult for them. So I really think that sometimes teaching style and curriculum change is absolutely necessary to have a successful homeschool for your child, because every child learns differently, processes differently, and it is our job as homeschool facilitators and facilitator. I like that word. Ingrid uses that word a lot. As a homeschool facilitator to, meet the needs of our children. And but all kidding aside, seriously, like I really don't think it's disruptive at all. I mean, if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it because you're bored or you're whatever, or then maybe it could be disruptive. But if it's for the benefit of your child, then absolutely it's not disruptive. Alrighty, so on to question number 5. How do you make sure you are covering everything? I don't. Seriously, I don't make sure I'm covering everything, because you know what? Everything is relative. And I say that meaning that, do you come out of school knowing everything? Does anybody know everything? Absolutely not. Every child learns at a different pace. Everybody's learning style is different. Everybody's teaching style is different. All curriculum is different. So what does everything really mean? So my answer is no, I don't make sure I'm covering everything. I make sure that I cover the objectives that we have set forth for our homeschool. Okay, so on to question number 6. What coping mechanisms can you share to avoid homeschool stress and burnout? I would say like the biggest thing for me is take a break when you need to take a break. Like seriously. And I think that that's why I like the year-round homeschooling approach, because I don't feel the stress of, like, oh my goodness, like we have to do this, 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 and this in this time period. Like, although I have a school year, so to speak, to do stuff in the state of New York, I don't, each of my quarters looks very different. Some of my quarters are way longer than other quarters, and that's because we school year round and we take our time in areas that we need to take time in, or we go ahead and we speed up in other areas. So yeah, take a break if you need to take a break. By all means do it. Carve out some time to take that break for yourself and for your child, because sometimes, you know, your child needs a break as much as you do. So that would be my biggest thing, is to take a break and to have grace for yourself in the process. So on to question number 7. In your opinion, do you think homeschooling is something that would be beneficial to all families? Absolutely not. No, not everybody is cut out to homeschool. Not everybody is cut out to be homeschooled. Everybody is different, and you have to do what works for your family. Not everybody, you know, the world is different. Everybody is different. And that's what makes people wonderful and awesome, is that we all are different, and we all learn differently, and we all have different ideas of what education is. And for us, homeschooling is awesome. It is perfect for us, but it's not perfect for everyone. Would I like to see lots more people jump on the homeschool bus, so to speak? Absolutely, because I think it's wonderful. I think it's just a beautiful thing to have with your child. But no, it's not for everyone. So on to question number 8. How do you find time for yourself as a homeschooling parent? Well, that's a good question, because I don't have a whole lot of time for myself, and that's okay. Trying to think, what do I do? Well, I love my YouTube channel. I would say that is like my biggest thing that I do that's just for me. It's something that I love to do. I love, you know, sharing about homeschooling and my faith and our life, and I just really take a whole lot of joy in doing that. So yeah, I would say that that's the biggest thing that I find time for myself, is my channel and talking to you all. Okay, so on to question number 9. What are the greatest challenges of homeschool? Let me think. I don't feel like I have as many challenges as I used to have. Like when I did this whole homeschool journey the first time, you know, way back in the early 90s is when I initially started homeschooling, you know, things were a lot more stressful to me, because I was new and I really wasn't, you know, real comfortable and wasn't sure if I was doing a good enough job, and, you know, all of those kinds of things that happen to new homeschoolers. But I've been doing this for a very long time now, so maybe my biggest challenge for me right now would be not so much homeschooling and the day-to-day, and, you know, the times where your child might not feel like homeschooling, or you might not feel like homeschooling or whatever. But for me, my challenge has been homeschooling with a chronic illness now, and making myself get up, move, do what I need to do when I don't feel well, and just putting that aside and pushing through the day. So that would be my biggest challenge this time around, where earlier, you know, back in the day, it would have been more challenging, trying to find curriculum, and because it was a lot different than it is now. You know, we didn't have the internet and all that kind of stuff in the mid-90s, and no co-ops, nothing like that. So those kinds of changes have occurred over the years, and so those things that I worried about then, I definitely am not too terribly concerned about now, and I'm not concerned about keeping a timetable and worrying that, you know, oh, maybe she's not doing what somebody else is doing already, or I don't compare myself like I used to. So yeah, my hardest thing is keeping myself in check on the days that I don't feel as well, and pushing through with lots of prayer and just faith that God will see us through to the next day. Hey, last question number 10. What would you tell a new homeschooling mom? I would say enjoy every single minute of it. Seriously, enjoy every single minute of it. You know that saying where the days are long but the years are short? They are very, very true. If you are a new homeschooling mom that you just feel like you're so overwhelmed right now because you have a bunch of little ones, this time is gonna fly by so very quickly. So I would just tell you to enjoy every single moment. Enjoy the craziness and the crying and the, and all the stuff that goes along with having small children, because this too will pass so very quickly. Hold on tight, hug them longer, read to them longer, snuggle with them, do all those kinds of wonderful and fun things that you can do more often because you are with your children all the time and you are homeschooling them, and just enjoy it and have fun. Okay, everyone, that's it. That's a wrap. That's all I got. Those were the 10 questions, Homeschool Mom Confessions for 2019. I hope that this was a blessing to you. Please make sure to check out Ingrid over at Mommy Mia Homeschool Chronicles. You will be truly blessed by her channel. She does all kinds of stuff, from homeschooling to faith-based stuff and cooking, and she's just a jack of all trades. Also, make sure to check out the playlist so that you can go ahead and see what all these other homeschool mamas have to say. So take care, God bless, and I will talk to you again soon.